Oh. Hey. Forgot about you guys. That's awkward. Welcome back, y'all. Today we are putting the Super Mario Brothers in the NBA. Pretend this is an M. So Mario and Luigi do not have a last name according to the Japanese guy that created them. I cannot say his name for the life of me. So naturally I had to go onto Google and pick out the most Italian last name possible. And what I chose is Lamborghini.
What?
This is so stupid. So throughout their entire lives, Mario has always been ahead of Luigi. Like, really, it sucks to be Luigi. I feel bad for this guy. But today they are entering the NBA, and they will not be on the same team, hopefully. And this challenge ends when one of them wins the NBA championship. Luigi has one thing on Mario, though. So according to Google, Mario is 5'1", but the shortest you can make them is 5'4", so... yeah. But according to Google, Luigi is 5'9", as we know he is taller than Mario. So he's going to be 5'9" today, and he looks very similar to Mario, like scary similar. But I mean, they kind of do in real life, so I guess it kind of works. And with the 12th pick, Mario Lamborghini will be going to the Toronto Raptors. And with the 22nd pick, Luigi Lamborghini will be going to the Portland Trail Blazers. Mario would earn himself a bag getting almost $9 million a year for 2 years, which he could then flex in his brother Luigi's face because he's only getting $5.5 million a year for 2 years. It really sucks to be Luigi, man. Losing Fred VanVleet in free agency, Mario would now become the best point guard in Toronto. That's sad. On the other hand, the Portland Trail Blazers very well still have Damian Lillard, meaning Luigi Lamborghini would be the backup point guard, basically, getting 15 minutes per game, literally getting half the minutes his brother's getting. Like I keep saying, sucks to be Luigi. At the end of his rookie season, Mario would finish with 12, 7, and 5, 7 rebounds as a 5'4" point guard. That's absurd, 2K. Even though his Toronto Raptors finished 35 and 47, it would be enough to make the play-in. On the other side of things, out west, Luigi finishes averaging 7, 3, and 2, progressing to a 72 overall, while his Portland Trail Blazers would also clinch a play-in spot. Mario would go on to get himself an all-rookie first team, while Luigi literally gets nothing. Really sucks to be Luigi. With both their teams scheduling play-in games, can either of them go on a Cinderella run and go all the way to an NBA Finals in their first year? I have my doubts. Luigi would find himself in the play-in tournament up against the Golden State Warriors, but fortunately they would get a 130-114 win in the play-in. Luigi had himself 13-1-2 off the bench. This would earn them the right to go up against Luka Doncic and the Dallas Mavericks in the first round of the playoffs. On the east side of things, Mario and his Toronto Raptors would have a much tougher battle to get into the playoffs. They would need 2 wins to get there. They would face a very young Orlando Magic squad in the first round of the play-in. Fortunately enough, they got themselves a 30-point win to take care of business and move on to the next round of the play-in. But this time it would be much tougher as they take on Giannis and the Milwaukee Bucks in the play-in. How the Bucks ended up in the play-in, I don't know. But nonetheless, the Raptors would defy all odds, once again making the playoff with a 120-93 win. This would earn them the right to go up against the Cleveland Cavaliers. After being down 3-0 in the series, the Portland Trail Blazers would lose in Game 6 by 20 points. Things wouldn't be much better on the east side of things for the Toronto Raptors. They would lose in 5 to the Cleveland Cavaliers. Mario had 28, 7, 2, and 2. In that last game, he went crazy. Wahoo! But unfortunately for both these guys, it will not happen for either of them this year. With Damian Lillard still the point guard for the Portland Trail Blazers in year number 2, Luigi would find himself getting similar minutes as last year, being the backup point guard. The Toronto Raptors would go on to get Delano Banton for a point guard, bumping Mario to the bench, still getting 25 minutes a game. At the end of season 2, Mario would progress to a 75 overall, averaging 11, 5, and 4. Despite all this, the Toronto Raptors would finish with a league worst 20 and 62 record. On a more positive note, Luigi would finish averaging 6, 4, and 2 off the bench, and if the stats don't do it for you, the record will. They finished second in their conference. With Mario out of the playoff picture, this would open the door wide open for Luigi to finally beat his brother. In round 1, they would have to go up against the Los Angeles Lakers, who now have Klay Thompson, Chris Middleton, alongside Anthony Davis, of course. But unfortunately, the Portland Trail Blazers would get upset in the first round and lose to the Los Angeles Lakers. That is the most Portland Trail Blazers thing I've ever seen. In year 3, Luigi would secure another contract with the Portland Trail Blazers, with Mario securing the 2-year bag with the Toronto Raptors as well. Mario would now be in the driver's seat once again at the point guard position, being up to a 76 overall. Luigi would be up to a 76 overall, competing with his brother, but with Damian Lillard still on the Portland Trail Blazers, Luigi would still be off the bench. Luigi would finish season 3 averaging 6, 3, and 2, progressing to a 78 overall, and lucky for him, once again, his Portland Trail Blazers are a top 5 team in their conference, finishing 52 42-30. Mario finished with 13-8-6 on his end, and his Raptors finished 36-46, but hey, in 10th place, that's good enough to make the play-in, right? No, not at all, because the NBA got rid of the play-in tournament. Thanks, 2K. So now Mario has to strictly rely on the playoffs. Oh boy. But we still have Luigi to watch. He's going up against the Denver Nuggets in round 1. They got upset last year by the 7th seed. They do not want to repeat history. But luckily, history would not repeat itself as Luigi and the Portland Trailblazers managed to move on to round 2 of the playoffs, going up against the 7th seed New Orleans Pelicans. That number 7 scaring them, man, but they're not going to let history repeat itself. And not letting history repeat themselves, they would, getting a 4-game sweep. They would now be in their first Western Conference Finals since 2019, specifically Damian Lillard. But there's one problem. They have to go up against the 1-seeded Oklahoma City Thunder, who have added Kyle Kuzma. But in this case, the seeds don't matter because the Portland Trailblazers would win in 5 games against the conference best Oklahoma City Thunder, advancing to their franchise's first ever NBA Finals. Mario is running scared on the other side, ladies and gentlemen, because Luigi and his team, despite him coming off the bench, could very well get his first ever championship ring, but they would have to go up against the 6-seeded Boston Celtics in the NBA Finals. But unfortunately, in Game 6 of the NBA Finals, the Portland Trailblazers would fall, and Mario hangs on to potentially still win this challenge. Wahoo! In year number 4, Mario has progressed up to an 81 overall, looking to help his Toronto Raptors squad actually into the playoffs this year. Him, Luigi, and the Portland Trailblazers are also a team to look out for. Luigi now being a 79 overall. At the end of the 4th season, Mario would progress all the way to an 83 overall, averaging 10, 6, and 5. Unfortunately, without the play-in, his team would play very bad in the second half of the season and finish in 9th place just outside of the playoff. On the Portland Trailblazers side of things, Luigi would be up to 19 minutes a game, averaging 6, 3, and 2, so still his rough bench stats that he's been getting every year. But unlike his chode of a brother Mario, his team actually made the playoffs and are the 4th seed and are looking to get back to the finals once again. In round 1, they would find themselves against Ja Morant and the Memphis Grizzlies. Lucky for them, they would go into round 1 and take care of business in 5 games, which would allow them to move on and go up against the 1-seeded Utah Jazz, who now have Stephen Curry. This would turn out to be a very gritty series for Luigi, Dame, and the Portland Trailblazers, going all the way to 7 games. Unfortunately, in Game 7, they cannot get the job done, and they will lose to Stephen Curry and the Utah Jazz. Once again, the door is still open for Mario to win this challenge. Wahoo! With the regression of Damian Lillard, coach is putting his trust in Luigi to be the starting point guard of this team that is hungry for a championship. But we can't forget about Mario, who is hungry for a playoff spot and now up to an 85 overall, being the starting point guard of his team as well. Not to mention, these boys got paid. These boys are not going to have to install another toilet again for the rest of their lives. Or should I say boy, because, well, Luigi got a 1-year, $7 million extension. Dude, it sucks to be Luigi. Luigi would progress to an 82 overall, having a career year averaging 12, 6, and 5. Once again, alongside his Portland Trailblazers going 52 and 30 to make the NBA playoff. But that's not all, because Mario would progress all the way to an 87 overall, also having a career year getting 16, 7, and 7. But wait, there's more. Yes, both the Mario brothers will be in the NBA playoffs this year, as the Toronto Raptors finish with a 42 and 40 record. While the Portland Trailblazers go up against the 7-seed Denver Nuggets, the Raptors will have a much tougher feat going up against the 3-seeded Brooklyn Nets. Unfortunately, the 2-seeded Trailblazers would be upset in the first round by the 7-seed Denver Nuggets, and on the east side of things, Mario and the Raptors would lose in 5, no surprise there. In season number 6, Luigi would finally get the bag that he deserves. Fuck you, Mario. But once again, he would be the starting point guard for the Portland Trailblazers, as Mario is also the starting point guard for his Toronto Raptors. So Mario is up to a 90 overall, and he just got himself an all-defensive second team in year 6. Once again, having the best year possible, averaging 20 points a game, 7 rebounds a game, and 8 assists a game. But let's not talk about his Toronto Raptors team record. After getting their hands on Scoot Henderson, Luigi got bumped to the bench, but he did progress to an 83 overall, became the 6th man of this team, getting 10, 5, and 4, with his Portland Trailblazers finishing a league best 59 and 23. The door is wide open for Luigi and his Portland Trailblazers. He's gonna finally beat his brother. I can feel it. They would go on to win by 6 in Game 5 and move on, take care of business. But the next thing standing in their way would be Nikola Jokic and the Denver Nuggets. They would find themselves going to Game 7 of this series. Fortunately, in Game number 7, they would would get a dominating victory, with Luigi leading the way 28-9-7. This would get them back into the conference finals against an unfamiliar foe, a team they have not played yet, Colin Sexton and the Houston Rockets. But fortunately here in Game 6, they would take care of business and move on to the NBA Finals, ladies and gentlemen. They are now out for redemption after the disappointing Celtics loss. They would be tasked to go up against the Detroit Pistons, who have a solid starting five. And then, Super Mario fans, it finally happened. After 6 years, Portland is the NBA champions. Luigi finally beats out his brother Mario to be the superior Mario brother. It only took like 40 damn years, but he took care of business. If you guys want me to put Jack Black in the NBA, smash the like button down below. Thank y'all so much for watching. I'll be back tomorrow. See y'all soon.